From MontanaSports.com, this is MTN Sports Extra.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Extra on a Saturday night. I'm Tom Wiley. Thanks for joining us. Well, we are firmly in the grips of March Madness with the Big Sky Conference tournament underway in Boise, also known as Starch Madness. And we'll continue our Play Like a Girl series by talking to the all-time winningest coach in Montana State basketball history, who details some of the biggest changes she's seen in her 20 years with the Bobcats. Here's MTN's Grace Lawrence.
MTN Sports' Grace Lawrence here in the Brick, and for this week's Play Like a Girl series, we dive into the roster makeup and the shift in trends for the Division I programs for women's basketball in Montana. The teams used to be filled with in-state talent, but more recently have a makeup with more out-of-state players. Trisha Benford, who has coached Montana State for the past 20 seasons, shared insight on the trends at this level in Montana.
You know, when I first started here, maybe social media wasn't as prevalent. You know, you didn't have the portal, you don't have NIL. Prior to that, you could do your best to have even closer to your backyard, whereas now, you know, kids are going to put something out on the internet and everybody's going to have an awareness of them.
Benford noted her program's strategy in order to adapt to the current landscape.
I think the consistency of our theme has been about building relationships as early as possible and establishing a culture to kind of combat that.
There's a key factor that stands out most with in-state players.
They're tough, they're gritty. They have tremendous work ethic, and they play really great basketball. But I think one of the real great qualities of Montana athletes is so many of them play multiple sports still, which is really hard to do with club sports now.
Roberts native Taylor Chirick has made an instant impact in her freshman season with MSU. She was also a standout cross-country and track athlete in high school, which she credits helped her transition to college hoops.
I think it helped me a lot. Honestly, I think sometimes in college you can get a lot easier drained just because of the fact that you're year-round one sport. And so being able to have those breaks growing up from sports and transition to other sports, now that I'm focused on a full year-round sport, I wasn't always doing that.
A common theme that separates the Montana State and Montana programs from other Division I universities is the fan commitment. The two programs often lead the conference in attendance, which stands out to prospective players.
A big part of why I came here was the community, but I even didn't realize how amazing it even is compared to what I thought. So honestly, it has just shown that the Bozeman area, the people involved that are Cats fans, there's nothing like it.
You know, just a great deal of gratification for this community to come out and get behind our student athletes and our players. They've obviously earned it from what we believe, and to get people to celebrate them and cheer for them, and what a great product to get behind and have excitement. And our marketing department has been so powerful in that. You've got your president, your athletic director. Just as this has been building over time, there's a lot of pride in that. We know there's a lot of responsibility in it.
In Bozeman, Grace Lawrence, MTN Sports.
Meanwhile, divisional hoops continue across Montana, with teams continuing to clinch spots in next week's state tournaments. MTN's Derek Joseph takes us to the Western A Championship in Whitefish.
It's Championship Saturday here in Whitefish for the Western A Divisional. There's been some great matchups all week, but let's take a look at who's the best in the West. The first championship round was between Dillon and Frenchtown. Dillon got things rolling early with a bucket from the left elbow by Kylie Conan. Then Kenley Graham got going, as she has all tournament, with an off-balance layup from the left side. Graham also showed off her range with a three from the right corner. Sage Tash got in the action with a layup off a dime to extend the Beaver lead. Graham came through again with a layup on the right block, count it, and the foul. Frenchtown did not make a field goal for a majority of the first half, but this one from Maya Skinner snapped that cold streak. But in the second half, Graham picked up right where she left off with an early three in the third. After fighting their way back with free throws, Mason knocks down the no-look reverse layup to cut the deficit to 3. However, a Dillon run capped off by this buzzer beater by Josie Robbins gave Dillon the momentum they needed to take the 47-40 victory and the Western A Divisional Championship. The final game of the tournament was between Dillon and Browning, and these teams brought it in this one. To start off, it was Browning's Jude Rivas who gave the Indians the lead with a 3 from the top of the key. Rivas answered that with another 3 from the left wing to begin Browning's hot start. Then Roy Madbloom joined the 3 party in the first half with one of his own from the right wing. But Dillon started fighting the way back into it with an over-the-shoulder catch by Braxton Turney. He puts it up, count it, and the foul. The second quarter was the Kyler Engelent show, starting with this 3 from the right wing. Then off the miss, he grabs the rebound and puts it back in to extend the Dillon lead off the comeback effort. However, Rivas eventually found his rhythm again from 3 and knocks one down from the wing. That was answered with another 3 from Gabe Lemelin to send Dillon to the half. Dillon stayed hot in the second half and capped off the tournament with a 63-48 victory and the Western A Championship. That will do it for our coverage of the Western A Divisional. Congratulations to the champions, and thank you for tuning in this week. Reporting in Whitefish, I'm Derek Joseph, MTN Sports.
Several state title hopefuls dot the brackets at the Southern C Divisional in Lockwood. MTN's Scott Breen takes us courtside for the boys and girls championships.
Hi everybody, Scott Breen in Lockwood, where the house was rocking tonight for a pair of divisional championship basketball games. Plenty Coup girls and Melstone in a heavyweight battle of unbeatens. Warriors down 7 early, trying to slow down the Stone. Caroline Monroy blocks it. Moments later, though, Emma Meyer goes to work. Splash for a 10-point lead. Similar play, different shooter. This time Avery Ivey, and it's 17-5 Melstone. Here comes the Coup. Shaylee falls down, sprung in traffic. We're back to within 10, but the Bronx answer with nice ball movement. Savannah DeJager for a 25-7 Melstone lead. Benicia Huggs then outside for the Warriors, but Melstone had all the answers tonight. At the halftime buzzer, it's Meyer again. She had 19 first-half points. Melstone still unbeaten. Both teams advance to next week's State C tournament. Bridger and Terry for your guys' title. Late second quarter, Terry and White down double digits, but rallying. Liam Jackson's 3, watch it sit on the rim and drop. Then Landon Schilling off the steal. He had 14 points. Terry within 25-19 at half. Third quarter, Terriers still chopping away. Schilling feeling it with a floater, but Bridger puts an end to that. Gage Goltz leads Cade Stringari. Stringari had 12 points, and it's Trindon Strummy getting after it. How about a mid-range jumper? Scouts then step up the defense. Stringari swats it in the lane. That leads to Strummy again for 3. He turned in 17 points for the Scouts. Terriers then leave Goltz unchecked. He led everybody in the game with 18 points and 11 rebounds. Bridger headed to state. Terry headed for a Monday challenge game with Melstone, 6:30 at Lockwood. Also, your Southern B action at First Interstate Arena. Only 3 teams advance. Here they are. Jefferson will join Huntley Project and Baker on the girls' side. It'll be Three Forks, Manhattan, and Lods Grass at your boys' State B tournament in Missoula. In Lockwood, Scott Breen, MTN.
Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
It's Starch Madness in Idaho, where both the men's and women's regular season champs hail from the Treasure State. MTN's Kyle Hansen takes a look at the Grizzly men's team, which made history this season before their tournament debut on Sunday.
Well, celebrations were everywhere here at Dahlberg Arena late into Monday evening and into the early minutes of Tuesday morning because the Montana Grizzlies defeated rival Eastern Washington to clinch a share of the Big Sky Conference title. It's a moment that the Grizzlies have worked toward all season and finally accomplished.
I've seen stuff like this on TV. Obviously, I've never won in my career until today. To actually be in this moment and to stick it out for 5 years, it just feels great, and it makes me feel like all the work and staying paid off.
The confetti flew and the yells were joyous as Montana cut down the first of what it hopes is at least 2 nets this season. But it had been since 2019 that the Grizzlies had a moment like this, and you could see a weight lifted when it was accomplished.
We've kind of flirted with it in 2020. We just weren't good enough down the stretch in March, and then we thought we had a team that could win the tournament, and there was no tournament. You graduate all those seniors, so you've got 2 years in a row where you graduate a ton of seniors, and we've just been rebuilding and rebuilding.
Still, with 9 new faces, the Grizzlies found the right mix of talents this season to reach above and beyond.
It's very easy to just be concerned about your own individual goals, so it's very difficult to do, and This has just been a really special group and a very deep group. Even the guys that haven't been in and participating in terms of minutes played and baskets scored and assists made, they participate in terms of our preparation and the way they support their teammates while they're on the floor, and that's what's made this special.
I come from a winning culture, and that's what I wanted to do here, is win, and we got the job done. Shout out to the coaching staff, shout out to the players. You know, we happy, but we can't be satisfied because we got to do it again.
Montana now enters the conference tournament as the 2 seed behind Northern Colorado, and the Grizzlies know well there is still plenty left to accomplish and work for to achieve their ultimate goals.
We're on a mission. We're not the healthiest team in conference right now, and we got to get our bodies right. So I think some time off would be good for us for a couple of days and then regroup towards the end of the week. So these guys deserve to enjoy it for a day or two and get healthy, and then we'll get back to it. But for now, bask in it.
The big key is just we can't get complacent. Just because we won this doesn't mean we know that we have 3 more games to go, and we got to make sure everybody knows that.
Reporting in Missoula, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.
Meanwhile, the Montana State men have won each of the last 3 Big Sky tournament titles, but it remains to be seen whether they can recapture that March Madness magic in Boise. Once again, here's MTN's Grace Lawrence on the Cats.
The Montana State men are no stranger to success when it comes to the Big Sky Conference tournament in recent years. They've won 3 straight titles the past 3 seasons to send them to March Madness. So Bobcat veterans Tyler Patterson and Sam Lekalot took the time to sit down with me and tell me why their team plays so well in Boise and what they love most about the city. Conference tournaments are challenging, especially with the pressure of being in a 1-bid league for March Madness. MSU has found the key mindset to win in advance the past few years.
You enjoy it till midnight, and then that next day it's just like, all right, here we go again.
Yeah, just back to the regular scheduled work that we do throughout the weeks in conference. But
you know your opponents really well at the end of the season anyway, and so it's really just more about just going to play another game of basketball.
First, the team has to get to Boise. In the past, the team has done both options of flying and driving. The bus can be fun, but it's a long 7 or 8 hour drive.
Last year we played a lot of games.
Yeah, we played so many games.
Games that just lasted hours.
But
it was fun.
They know the best food spots as well.
We actually went to Ruth's Chris. That's right next to it.
That's
what's that southern place that we went to?
That's what I'm trying. On the corner.
There's a southern
barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue place
type thing. There's a spot, and then there's always that smoothie spot.
Yeah. There's so many restaurants next the venue and stuff. Yeah. That was always super good. I mean, I love Costa Vida, and Costa Vida is right there.
5 Guys.
It's well known around the league that the men tip their championship game very late the final day, which has its pros and cons.
Yeah. It's late. It is late.
I remember last year we got done at midnight, and
it started at 9, I think.
No more party, let's go to sleep.
The Bobcat supporters are one of the most well-traveled fan bases at the tournament, so that advantage always helps their team.
It's always something super special to kind of have. Just a known thing that we always have the biggest contingency of fans there.
Especially on our band too.
Yeah, our band kills.
They're very underrated.
Kills it.
It's the last dance for the duo that's been through it all together. If they were to tell their freshman selves they'd be chasing a 4th straight title this season,
he would have never believed you, and then he would have said that's extremely lucky.
I probably wouldn't even ever thought of that. I have no idea.
Yeah, he's just shocked.
Gotta enjoy the moment.
To have a chance at it once is a dream come true, but 3 times can't be more blessed.
In Bozeman, Grace Lawrence, MTN Sports.
Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
Well, the Montana State women have enjoyed a historic season, which includes a Big Sky title, a program best 27 wins, and a record-breaking 19-game win streak. Now, once again, here's MTN's Grace Lawrence on what awaits the Bobcats in Boise.
The Montana State women have achieved historic heights this regular season, and in order to clinch that outright regular season title and lock up that #1 seed going into the Big Sky tournament, they had to rely on their defense and the addition of a key Big Sky transfer. Montana State averages 14.6 steals per game, which leads the nation. The team-wide buy-in and effort is something special, but second nature to this squad.
Our offense starts with our defense. We don't go unless our defense goes.
I think just our intensity. I think that's what Bobcat basketball is. It's just how can we speed other teams up, and a culture that's built upon just energy and just competing for each other, competing for our coaches.
The team has found success through their stifling defense this season, season, and also with the addition of Morales, who came this offseason to Bozeman from Portland State. She noted that part of her want to come to Bozeman was to win a championship. They did just that in the regular season, but the team isn't satisfied just yet.
It just gave me more drive to go win in the tournament. Like, I still want to go and do that. Like, I was like, yes, we won conference, but let's go do it in tournament. So I think it was more like, like the drive of continue to win and continue to go and cut the nets.
Yeah, I mean, when we were recruiting her, the first thing I told her was we want to win a championship, and I think that we can do that with her, and that was our missing piece last year. And I think just after that final buzzer sounded, I was just so proud of her, and knowing that she'd come here for a reason, and that was that reason to win a championship. And being able to win the regular season was great, but we want one more. So we soaked in that moment. We were really proud of each other and looking forward to Boise.
Morales reflected on what this year and this community has meant to her as she hopes to bring another trophy back to Bozeman this week.
I wouldn't change a thing. Like, I'm so happy I spent my last year here with the community that loves us and loves the program, loves basketball. But it's been amazing.
In Bozeman, Grace Lawrence, MTN Sports.
Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
The Montana Lady Griz have had an uneven year, which included the resignation of their head coach, a rocky regular season schedule, but also stretches of very good basketball. But can they put it together for a tournament run in Boise? Once again, here's MTN's Kyle Hansen.
Well, postseason play is officially here for the Big Sky Conference, and the Montana Lady Griz enter the conference tournament as the number 6 seed, and they'll take on number 3 Idaho on Monday. The Vandals swept the Lady Griz this season, but Montana is looking to put all of that behind them and make a stretch run down in Boise. An unorthodox season with plenty of challenges has all led to Boise for the Montana Lady Griz. After everything was turned upside down in a mid-season coaching change, the campaign has been a roller coaster. But now, the Lady Griz have nothing to lose.
It's a fresh start. I mean, we know what type of team we can play like, and so to forget whatever record we've had in the past and just go out there and really put it together for a 3-game stretch.
The Lady Griz are 7-7 since Nate Harris took over as interim head coach mid-season after Brian Holsinger's resignation. Montana was swept by Idaho in the regular season, but now gets a third crack at the Vandals with the focus strictly inward.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to prepare, obviously, but we're going to focus on us mostly. We've been our best when we focused on us. Obviously, Idaho's a great team. Beat us twice, really physical team. They've got great guard play, and so we're going to have to obviously prepare and do what we can to adjust, but it's so much of it, and when we've been good, is just us being the best version of us rather than worrying a ton about who we're playing.
Since the conference tournament went to a neutral site format in 2016, the Lady Griz have just 3 total tournament wins, including picking up their first ever in Boise last year, ironically against the Vandals. Snapping that skid took staying calm under the bright lights, something they hope to do again on Monday.
It's a different atmosphere than any other gym that we play in all year, but not being timid about that, just focusing on having the right mindset that you have in going into every other game, not making the game feel bigger than itself. Yes, you could go home after that, but you can't have a fear mindset, and so to play through that.
The program has been through plenty this season, but in March, anything can happen, and UM hopes the time has come for all of the pieces to come together.
We're going to try to relieve the pressure for our kids. Again, it's a basketball game. We're going to go out, we're going to cut it loose, we're going to have fun, and we got nothing to lose. Let's go take advantage of everything we have to earn.
Reporting in Missoula, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.
That's all the time we have tonight for this edition of Sports Extra. Thanks for joining us. As always, the conversation continues at MontanaSports.com, where you can find full team coverage from the Big Sky Tournament in Boise and full pairings for the upcoming state basketball tournaments, which tip off Thursday. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you next week on Sports Extra.